So I realised on YouTube there's really hardly any sort of legit review for this film, so here's mine. Brothers is directed by Jim Sheridan. It's Jim, isn't it? It's Jim. Jim Sheridan, and stars Tobey Maguire, Natalie Portman and Jake Gyllenhaal. So the film focuses on two brothers, one named Tommy, played by Gyllenhaal, who gets out of jail. He's just got out of jail for armed robbery, and he's trying to fix his life. He's trying to make things better. The other brother is called Sam, played by Tobey Maguire, who serves the army, and he's gone to Afghanistan to serve his country. After being pronounced dead, Tommy is now looking after the family, and he somehow grows very close with them. But after Sam returns from war, things get really, really intense. This is not a spoiler, by the way. This is actually the plot of this film. The trailer gives away too much, so try not to watch the trailer because you'll spoil it. A lot of things will get spoiled for you. Natalie Portman is great in this film. She can't do anything wrong. She is so talented, and she is so good at telling a story and telling the film, the plot of the story, with just her face, with just her expressions, which is a very powerful thing to do, and it really gets me. She is really the heart of the film. Gyllenhaal is a fantastic actor, as you know already. I'm a huge fan of his, and he gets better and better throughout his career. Since Brokeback Mountain, this guy has proven to establish himself as a leading actor and as a very serious and a driven one as well. If you are not familiar with his work, he is fantastic in this film, Prisoners, Nightcrawler. I can go on and on and on. I want to make a series of film reviews on his best films, and this is one of them. But the one person who completely overshadows everyone and completely stole the entire film for me is Tobey Maguire. This man is phenomenal in this film. I grew up and I loved the Spider-Man trilogy. That includes all three Spider-Man films, by the way. I loved the Spider-Man trilogy. I grew up with it. And Tobey Maguire is the main reason for that. His portrayal is absolutely amazing in my opinion, in my personal opinion. But in this film, I saw a whole other side of him as an actor, a much darker side of him that I never saw before. It's very disturbing to see him in this film, to see that transformation that he gives and that he portrays in this film. He does not hold back. He is described to be a very stable person. He is a very humble, down-to-earth sort of guy, but then after the effects of the war, he obviously has this entire transformation, and he just proves to be a very unpredictable, edgy, and just a very messed up individual. And it's his best performance in his entire career. If you're the type of person who enjoys a fast-paced, quick, edited type of film, then this may not be the film for you. This film is purposely very slow-paced. It relies on dialogue, and it's a very realistic looking film. There is hardly any music in the background to really lighten up the mood because there is nothing to lighten the mood up with. It solely relies on what these characters are talking about. And because of that, it allows you to attach onto the characters emotionally. There is a deeper meaning in this film. It's not just about the relationship between two brothers, but it's about the family as a overall, and how one person, how one individual can affect the entire family, how hard it can be to lose a loved one, and how you can struggle with that, including with Natalie Portman's character, and how it affects everybody around you. Gyllenhaal realizes this. His character wants to do something good. He wants to provide and take care of his family, hence it being a drama film with all these realistic looking backgrounds and settings and themes in this film. It's a drama film. But on the other hand, it's a psychological thriller film, which happens to be my favorite genre in film. You get into the mind of Tobey's character. It's very messed up and it's very disturbing. It's hard to witness this character because of the experience that he's going through, and it's portrayed amazingly. This man has been through so much, and it's very obvious due to the effects of war that he has got all these thoughts inside him, and you may not know what he's going to do next, but you have some sort of idea. It's a lot of possibilities. It's about how one situation can change the person, how one person can change the people around him, and that's where the emotional aspect and background really shines in this film. All three characters have great chemistry, including the brothers of Tobey and Gyllenhaal, and I feel like the score does not get enough credit that it deserves. Thomas Newman's score for this film is so powerful. I listen to it every day, by the way. Every single time you go for a walk or whatever, it reminds you of how you felt about this film. When I watched this film the first time, I emotionally responded in many ways, and it's such a powerful film, and it's so nice that you have and you can listen to a score that reminds you of that. And every single time I listen to that score, it reminds me of the first experience of when watching the film. So go listen to it because it gets me every time. But there are flaws with this film. I feel like the second act does have the change of pace because of some events that happen. And the ending, I must say, was slightly abrupt. I feel like it was a very good ending, but it could have been perfect if it was just a little bit longer to create more of the emotional effect. But having said that, Brothers is a great film. It has an unforgettable performance by Tobey Maguire, and it's a fantastically made film. I'm going to give Brothers a 4 out of 5 stars. Go check out Brothers because it's a very powerful and quite a realistic looking film. Guys, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys very soon. Have a nice day.